Hey, we're the Atlanta Huskies, and you're watching the Fifth Down on WBKB.
Welcome to the Fifth Down. I'm Jake Vandenberg. We are now in week 4 of the high school football season here in Northeast Michigan. Our featured game of the week was at Posen, where they were going up against the Atlanta Huskies. Last week, Posen was able to capture their first win as they defeated Onaway by a score of 40-20. Atlanta, on the other hand, didn't have an answer for Mile as they lost 62-6 on their home field. Both teams are looking to get to 500. Let's go to the highlights. Posen getting all fired up in this one. First drive of the game. Tyler Hinka is going to get a little shifty with the defenders, and he is able to take this ball all the way down to the 1-yard line. But the very next play, George Kroll is going to take it himself for the touchdown. 2-point conversion good. That's going to put the Vikings up 8. Next drive, Kroll, and yeah, same result. This time the 2-point conversion was no good. Atlanta trying to get going on offense. Ethan Byrne looking to go to the outside, but Ramel is able to tackle him and strip the ball out of Byrne's hands. That would be recovered by Cameron Paul. And a few plays after the fumble, Tyler Hinka would be able to punch it in for the 4-yard score. Posen all over Atlanta on this one as they win by a score of 54-14. That now puts the Vikings at 2-2 on the year.
I'm really happy with this one. You know, Atlanta's got a good team. They got some good players. They're well coached. You know, I was happy with our performance and the way that our kids came out and played with heart and fire tonight. So it feels great.
Now to some other 8-man scores. Onaway drops another game on the road to Pellston as they lose this one by a score of 76-30. Onaway looks to get back on track next week as they host Gres-Sims. And Mayo improves to 3-1 on the year as they defeated St. Helen by a score of 68-12. Brendan DeFlorio threw for 110 yards with 3 touchdowns, and he also had a rushing touchdown. Pete Socha rushed for 211 yards with 2 scores, and River Wiseman had 4 receptions for 94 yards with 3 touchdowns. And the Hillman Tigers remain undefeated as they took down Gres-Sims by a score of 52-20. Caleb Sanders led the team in rushing with 191 yards and 4 touchdowns. Hillman's next game is home against Milo, and Gres-Sims will have a bye week as they drop to 1-3 on the season. Don't go away. You're watching the Fifth Down on WBKB. But first, here's a look at the Alpena Marching Band. The Alpena Wildcats are coming off a big win last week as they were able to take down Gaylord by a score of 30-6. Tonight they were hosting Cadillac, a team that was 2-1 on the season and was coming off a big win against Petoskey. This was a really good game. Late in the second quarter, Eli Winter punches it in for the touchdown. Extra point good. Alpena up 14 at the half. But Cadillac, what are they going to do? They're going to cut the lead to 8 as Tip Baker punches it in for the 1-yard score. But Alpena would respond as Ryan Volts drops back, takes a shot down the field. He will find Kelly Stark, and he's off to the races for the touchdown. Alpena wins back-to-back home games as they win this one 41-38. The Wildcats are now 2-2 on the season. Johannesburg-Lewiston is off to a hot start where they haven't lost a game just yet. And what's been the key is the Cardinals' rushing attack, where Sheldon Huff recorded 168 yards on the ground with 2 scores, and Logan Faraday rushed for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's see if they can keep their winning ways going. Late in the first quarter, Logan Faraday, what is he going to do? Punch it in for the touchdown. Faraday finished with 2 touchdowns on the night. But St. Ignace trying to get going on offense, but Preston Marlette has other plans. He's able to pick this off. He takes it back to the house, but the rushing attack was the story. They did his thing. Austin Carroll, what is he going to do? Fakes the reverse, and he is able to find the end zone for 6 more. And to top it all off, Henry Baker, what is he going to do? Oof, take it to the house, and goodbye. Joburg wins 40-0. After the game, head coach Joe Smokovich had some words about his players.
Great kids. Our kids play both ways. We only have 19 kids. One's a foreign exchange student. He kicks for us. Our kids just stepped it up. That's just kind of where we are. Tough-nosed, gritty kind of kids. We're small but fast, fly to the ball. That kind of defense. There's a great group of kids. Coach Proctor having coached up great tonight.
Now to other scores. Michigan beats Ohio, or Oscoda defeats West Unity Hilltop by a score of 50-0. The Owls are still undefeated. Their next game is next Friday as they host Rogers City. And Tawas is able to keep their winning ways going as well as they defeated Burton Bentley 59-8. The Braves improved to 3-1 on the season. Tawas will be back home next week as they square off with Johannesburg-Lewiston. That's going to be a good one. And Whittemore-Prescott drops to 1-3 on the season as they lose to Blanchard Montabella by a score of 36-6. And Alcona will drop to 1-3 on the season as they lose this one to Ogemaw Heights 48-0. Alcona will be back home next week as they square off with Whittemore-Prescott. And now it is time to thank our Fifth Down sponsors.
The Fifth Down coverage is brought to you by Alpena Agency and Auto Owners Insurance. Auto, home, life, health, and business, we make insurance easy. The Aplex, Northeast Michigan's premier events complex. Visit aplex.org to find out more. And Mid-Michigan Health Rehabilitation Services, helping you return to your highest level of function or performance.